Yep. Y'all know what it is, man. Eagles way of boxing. Listen to that eagle. Yeah, so I have to uh, maybe I have to cover this by myself again. Who knows where the Eagles where people's at? Only they know where they at. Yeah, I'm looking down. Not really. I just had to get my comfort zone. Yep, that's how we do it though. Eagles way of boxing. We gonna talk about it. What's the subject, y'all? Let's talk about it. We gonna talk about it and all that. But we got a lot of things that you need to pay attention to because you come to grown folks boxing chat. Then there's things you need to pay attention to. You know what I mean? You just coming in here, but you got to pay attention to a lot of things around the boxing circle that some people just they not gonna cover or they gonna hide. Huh? You didn't know that? You are in a place where things are hidden. It's nothing more prophetic than saying that something's hidden in plain sight. Wow. How do you hide something in plain? Listen to what it says. Plain sight. How do you hide something in plain sight? Wow, you got to be a master. You got to be a master of deception to hide something in plain sight. Like it's right there. They walking by it all day long. They see it. Right there, all day long. That's crazy. Let's read. Let's read just a little bit. Probably have to read it again because nobody's here, right? I don't know how many people's here or if you guys here or not. It said, good words do not last long until they amount to something. And this is from one of the nose-pierced natives, great chief that you guys know about. This is Chief Joseph. He says that good words do not last long until they amount to something. Wow. So why is he saying that? That sounds like that's native talk, ain't it? Ain't that native talk? I don't care what native you are. I'm not gonna be fighting with y'all all the time. Because what's gonna happen? I'm gonna end up choking one of y'all, and then I'm gonna end up in trouble. When I say this to you, salute to Derek Bailey out there, my brother. He made it in. Yeah. But that's native talk. That's not just native talk. Think about it. When I say not just native talk, I mean it's not just like what you think, oh, native, tradition or whatever, because you're native too. But think about it. But think about what they're saying. What is he saying? That your good words don't mean nothing. I'm gonna tell you something. You think that's native talk, but I can guarantee you that my brother just came in, Derek Brady just came in here, and I can guarantee you, 100% guarantee you, because our family heritage is probably in the same area. You know what I mean? Me and Derek Bailey from the same area. So I can tell you right now that Derek Bailey has heard that talk before growing up. Derek Bailey has heard that about the words. He's heard about the words and promises and stuff like that. And he's heard that, he's heard that probably from his mom and dad. His moms and pops probably told him something similar to that. Right? Because this is the twist. I don't even know how I got on this, but this is the twist. This is the urban twist of it. The urban twist of it is, it is a lot of different. It's not just urban either. That talk is cheap. Oh, wow. Because it don't cost nothing to open up your mouth. What's another way to say it? Give me a couple of ways, Derek. Give me a couple of street ways they say that. Yeah, we hear you talking about it. A lot of times we hear you talking about it, but are you going to be about it? Huh? We hear you talking about it, but are you going to be about it? That's what we hear. See, Derek come from that. He come from that Jersey area. You see. That's why me and him get along probably. It's in the blood. It's in the blood. So that's why we get along. Not just that. He want to be around somebody who makes some sense. And he know that a lot of times we come in here and we just like, we'll have a cry and die show. Well, that's what we doing. We coming in and we crying and dying at some points. And then sometimes we can't come in here and cry and die because it has to be more serious, you know. There's some things coming up, Derek Bailey. I can't even cover them all. I just need you guys to look out. That's all I can say about that. Is I need you guys to just be looking out. I mean, I cut my show short Wednesday because I was in here early, and I mean I stayed for a while, but it was an important top. I needed to get responses. You know, I needed somebody to holler back. If I didn't have somebody to holler back, the show wasn't going to work with just me. It would have, but then people would just came in and got information, and they would be like, "That's not boxing," or whatever. But it is boxing. But I'm gonna tell you, and I'll probably say this more than once today. Watch out for. Damn, isn't this crazy? This is 2 years ago. I've been on that. That's how long I've been on already. More or less 2 years. So if we go back, we gotta look. And we're getting close again. This is the 2nd year anniversary of the 4Ds, Derek. And you know what the 4Ds are, right? The Devil's Deception in the Desert in December. Okay. And that was all pertaining to what? That was the Joshua run and an escape. That was Joshua running and escaping that ass whooping. But there's a lot more to it. That I'll wait for the Queen to get here too, because if she needs to be here too, because I need to talk to her about some points that she brought up. And you know, she brought up some good points. We always bring up good points. But as we always had this discussion, and we have discussed about why things are the way that they are. Why does it seem to be? Why is boxing the separated sport? I thought about this for a long time about certain sports. Basketball is too late. It's too late to recover basketball or to put every group in there. They're still putting groups in there, but they're still flooding it with. Now they'll throw some Europeans in there, and then they'll throw some, you know, a little bit of everybody in there. You got to be skillful. Basketball don't really care. You just have to be good. And nobody's gonna care because we know what the majority of people in basketball is probably gonna be, you know, people of color. But who really gives a shit? The fans don't care. The fans is just like, oh, you see what Kobe did. Oh, you see what Bron did. Oh, they don't care. The basketball turned into like a more of a I don't care culture as much after the Sterling thing. Before Sterling, it was like the tension, and then Sterling came out and said it. Sterling came out and said it. You know what I mean? No, you said I didn't watch Wednesday replay yet. It's short. I was just trying to get into a few things. This controversial type of shit, but we're gonna discuss it. You know, we have to have the discussion because the discussion works better than me just, you know, spilling off because it's just rhetoric. If it's just me, but if I have you guys to back me up, or you got points, then they can't just say, oh, I didn't agree with that. Okay, well, so that way I can sick people on you too. I said, well, you check out the response that Derek Bailey had, or you check out the response that somebody else had, or did you just listen to what I was saying? Because I was having a dialogue or back and forth with the chat room. I wasn't just going. It wasn't just a program where I just had my agenda and stuff. And we stopped that a long time ago. I don't write down things like that because when I write things down like that, what happens? What happens if I write stuff down like that? Then I'm gonna end up forgetting, or I'm gonna miss a lot of the things that I wanted to cover because it becomes too much. when you write out a program, it's like I've seen like on ESPN and stuff like that where they give them like 30 seconds to answer a question or something. That's nah. I don't want to put myself under the gun like that. Because what if I didn't think through every possibility of the answers that I might get to that question? Then can I just hurry it off and rush it off and stuff? In a nutshell, 30 seconds, answer this question. Who does that? That's thinkless. You got to think before you just answer. You can't, I can't, me, myself. I don't know. Some people can, I can't. You know what I mean? I have to. But even on this fight that's coming up with Bud, I just don't. This fight is not going to be what people think it's going. I don't think it's going to be what people think it's going to be. People think that Bud is just so vicious that he's going to come out there and kill Porter. Chances are, I mean, it could happen. But Porter is. If you don't think Porter's been fighting rough and crazy up until this point, and he know this is probably his toughest fight, far as the best fighter that's gonna fight him with boxing skills. If you don't think that he knows that, you think his dad is dumb and everything else, you think Bomac is the genius in boxing. Let me ask you a question about Bomac. Is Bomac fighters winning every fight? Are they winning all the fights? His cash cow, Bud is the cash cow over there with Bomac. That's the cash cow, believe me. Another thought, Derek Bay, since you're in here. So another thought about that. He said, me either, yeah. Another thought about the Raleigh and Tank fight. So, is a possibility. Is Mayweather upset with Tank to the point where he's showing Raleigh some things about Tank that he think Raleigh can expose, or is it just a total setup? So we can look at it as being a total setup. I see you out there, Bruce Goes. Salute, brother. Yep. Yeah, Bruce Gold says, salute, brother, at Eagles Way of Boxing, at Derek Brady. Yep, appreciate it. So that's the question. Wow. Uskadigi? I didn't even know. Good that you brought that to my attention. But all that shit's out. It's out there anyway. It's out there anyway. Man, please. And even though we didn't talk about it, and somebody's gonna get mad and slam the phone or get upset with Eagle, even though we didn't talk about it, what you got to realize is that big gypsy, the so-called gypsy, is a straight up cheater. And I didn't even dig up nothing about him cheating. But he's just a cheating ass bastard. Just wears his gloves on top of his fist, and he's just slick. And that, you know what that does? That actually shows you, just the raw slickness. And he probably maybe is a gypsy. You know, to show the dirt of what kind of stuff they do. But anyway, I'm not really gonna get into that. That's up to you guys. Yeah. But you got a lot of people just standing up and saying even like the counts, you know, all his counts are like extra long and stuff like that. And he just can recover. But you're looking at a whole different realm of people. I'm just gonna tell you that right now because you might not know that. But a lot of these people you're looking at, is not who you think they are. Tyson Fury is, for me, in my opinion, something wrong with him. And something's going to be wrong with him. You know what I mean? Taking those kind of knockdowns and sleeping and then waking back up, man, there's no way that's healthy for you. There's no way that's healthy for you. And he'll get the thing about it is he'll forget because of that, because of his brain injuries. He will forget at one point. He'll forget to pull his gloves back down, and he'll get caught. Or it might be set up. He might be set up to get caught. But I didn't hear about that. But Bruce Gold came right. He said he got popped with a synthetic EPO. God dang. See? Yeah, Derek Bay said, yeah, that fight's out is off. Yeah. It's got to be. And wasn't we counting on him getting his ass whooped anyway? Right? We were counting on him getting his ass whooped, right? At least that's what I believe. I believe we was counting on him to get whooped. Wow. That's why I don't see it in here. I'm looking through to try to see if I can find it. I don't see it. Yeah, I did not see it. Yeah, but I'm going with long shots on this. So I'm going with Plant. I'm going with USA, man. Genetically, they the same person anyway. But I'm going with I don't care. Somebody can get mad at me if they want to, but I'm going with Plant. I know that Canelo got him beaten in every way, but that's what I'm going with. And you get mad if you want to. That's what I'm going with. I'm going, man. Sometimes I pick underdogs, but sometimes I just pick people because I just don't. I volunteer to eat crow because I don't like you. I don't like you. And a lot of people thinking, like I said, you keep thinking that Porter's just gonna get blown out of there. Porter is a crazy. He's a crazy brother out of Ohio. He has a good personality because his dad is always with him. Man, that's one of the best things you can ever have. Is to be hanging out with your dad, have your dad with you at all times. That's cool. Besides the other shit that you do, that's cool to have your dad with you. And I'm gonna tell you, man, a lot in all. I'm gonna tell you what I feel. Some secret processes when it comes to guys that all they talk about is their mom, and their mom is always around them. Those are emotional guys. And I'm going to tell you, I think that Terrence Crawford is probably emotional. And it's going to take somebody to get into his emotions, because you can see what he do. He stick his tongue out and you do all kinds of stuff, teasing and shit like that. If you was with your dad don't allow shit like that, man. We ain't humiliating nobody. We was going out there getting the W. We beating somebody up and that's it. But he get emotional. So that's an advantage to Sean Porter if Sean Porter want to use something to get underneath his emotional skin. He gets emotional. Because he one of them fact checkers and stuff like that too. I don't care about your fact checking. Just fight. Oh, you ain't the only one in shape. I'm in shape too, this and that. Man, who cares? Just because I'm doing one thing and you trying to rebut what I do, you can't rebut everything. If a man walking somewhere with a shirt off, then you can't rebut, I could take my shirt off too. What's that for? That's emotional. Why you emotional? All right. Instead of just saying, okay, you looking good, brother. Well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with the old gentleman way of acting before you whoop somebody? Oh, you look good. You look good, brother. I like it. I'm still going to whoop you, though. You know what I mean? Your confidence is your confidence. Don't let somebody else's Don't kill somebody. Don't try to kill somebody's confidence with something that's not really going to kill it. All right. But I don't know. Everybody acting like it's going to be a one-round knockout. Yeah, Bud is going in there. I haven't seen Bud just go in there and just knock anybody out like that. Just blow anybody out like that. And the fighters that people are acting like aren't kind of washed up, did he fall? Something's wrong with you. I'm not really going to get into it. I don't want to really fight with you about it. But most of the fighters, the last fighters he fought, they haven't been up to par like everybody think. They haven't been on like game A point. You know what I mean? They haven't been A point. So stop it. Stop acting like they've been all A point. They A point right now. Oh yeah, Brooke was a beast up in there with Crawford. Crawford just stopped him, You're looking at quitters. Yeah, known quitters. Just because you beat a known quitter, that don't mean that much to me. Mikey Garcia is not a known quitter, but he's a troll now. Everybody knows that he's more or less he's through, man. He's finished. He's just going through the motions now. Once he turned into a troll, that was it. Earl beat the boxing decisions out there, boy. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. But that's crazy. Everybody getting popped. Derek Bay said crazy at Bruce Goes, yeah? Bruce Goes said he has a sub dude named Davis fought Darrell and looked pretty good. Okay, so Davis is the replacement. Is that what it is? You know, I'm interested in that fight tonight. I don't have what's that Spanish channel? I don't have that one channel. But I want to look at Ming, man. You guys, who's watching the Ming? Are you guys watching the Ming fight? Yo, if y'all can find out how I can get the Ming fight, let me know. I'm just interested in, I'm interested in a fighter, a Chinese fighter, just a light heavyweight. I'm interested. They on that Telemundo though, but yeah, I'm interested in that fight. I need to see that. Yep. 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 Oh, okay. Bruce Go said fights on Davis versus Benavidez. Yeah, David Benavidez has a new opponent for his November 13th Showtime main event as a two-time former titleist who will face Kyron Davis. Nobody blows out. Oh yeah, nobody blows out. Telemundo. It says Telemundo. Telemundo. Derek Brady. Yep. Yeah, but Bruce Go says nobody just blows out Porter. You don't just come in and just blow Porter out of there. I mean, so just have everything ready. Like far as your crow, just have that part ready. Have your crow sandwiches, a barbecue crow, whatever. Just have all your stuff ready and stuff during that fight. I seen some other signs, Derek Brady. I just can't cover them in here. But I see some like kind of upset signs that people don't see in far as the language and stuff. Because I'm looking at sign language too. I'm not just listening to what they're voicing. I look, like I was saying earlier. The truth is like a lot of times truth is in your plain sight. Okay, I appreciate it. Here is the truth is that a lot of times they tell you that the truth is in plain sight. And just like I was reading that thing from Chief Joseph, I don't know if you even heard it when I said it, but it says good words do not last long until they amount to something. And that coming from a chief. That's coming from a native. But then again, you guys use that same language. You might not use those words like that. Because I heard a lot of times, this is how I grew up hearing it like this. I heard that talk is cheap. See, that's the way I grew up. That's what I heard a lot of stuff. There a lot of people will say stuff. Oh, you're saying something is one thing. Doing it is another. See? That's the way I grew up. I grew up with that kind of language coming at me. People say they're going to do stuff. I do what I say I'm going to do. Now, I fall short. At points, every once in a while I fall short, but it's still in my mind. I still like, I gotta get this done. I'm not necessarily a procrastinator. I'm just slow because I have so much other stuff to do. I don't forget about stuff when it's important. When it's important, just like I told my chat, I said, shit, we go to Kansas City or somewhere and pick up some cars this year or next year, or whatever. Just go over there and pick up 10 cars. See what they say. They gonna give us discounts. They ain't gonna say nothing wrong. They gonna say, y'all getting 10 cars? Okay, discount. Fleet discount. Ain't no problem with that. They ain't gonna turn us down. Feel me? But those are just things that I said that you have to do as a culture, because we're not thriving the way we should. And like I said, the truth is in plain sight. You always have to. We've always done stuff out the back door, Derek Bailey. Don't think the bodegas and stuff just started up out of something that wasn't convenient. The bodegas and all that type of stuff had to start up because of a certain reason. We always had like the back door. I mean, I went to a place. As a matter of fact, I went to a place. I think it was in L.A. I went to this place. It was like after. It was like after hours eatery. Let's put it that way. Let's just say an eatery. It's that cafe, a restaurant, or like that. But they had the best food. It looked like a house. I promise you. It looked just like a house. I can't remember because I was in one of those conditions. But I remember going, it looked like we went up to the driveway or whatever, went through one side and just came back out. And I just remember this big, huge plate of what they called it's like, this is crazy. I'm not a meat eater, but god dang, it smells so good. Pastrami fries, right? So pastrami and fries with the cheese on that and all that. I'm like, and they had like, I don't know, it's like 3 pounds of food that late at night. I was like, wow, but this started way back, before we can think about it. It had already started. And it kind of started with, or even before like borrowing, because they changed it. Because it used to be just giving, like, okay, I have this to trade. Okay, so we come out of the field from sharecropping and we come out of the field from that. So we still sharing. And then it turned into like borrowing. It's turned into borrowing, and then it's turned into hate right at the borrowing. Now listen to what I'm saying. So it turned into hate. This is how it turned into hate. Because I come over to Derek's house and I say, oh, yeah, Miss Derek, you got, just wanted to know if you got like a cup of sugar I can borrow. So this is how, if you borrowed a cup of sugar, the most proper thing to do was to buy a pound of sugar and drop the pound of sugar off. You don't need to give them 5 pounds. You don't need to go crazy, but just give them a pound of sugar. It's only a cup, because then that's 4 cups, right? Is to give a pound of sugar. But see, what would happen is that the needy person would keep coming back over and over again. So then it just turned into like a whole hate thing. It wasn't like you wasn't reciprocating, so it just turned into hate. And that's what spoiled it. That's what spoiled it. But the same thing with like bodegas and stuff like that. It's like, okay, you should open up a store, or you should open up like a little nice spot, and have like the front. Because bodegas is different now, right? I haven't been there in a long time, Derek, but I know they're probably different. So it used to be that you would have just the groceries and stuff like that, but that wasn't what it was. That was everything in there. That's a cat house and everything else, gambling hall, all kinds of stuff. It depends on where you went. See? Yeah. No, I don't get Telemundo, man. I don't get Telemundo. I gotta try to find out how. Maybe I can just stream Telemundo. I just want to check him out though. So yep. And that's what it is too, Derek. Derek said the mutual consideration. That's what it was. It was like the mutual consideration. And see, that's how you have to look at where you're at now. So you have to look at how many steps did we lose in order to be where we're at now. Now I have better points to that. It's just, if you don't get back to that, and like Derek said, with the mutual consideration, if you don't get back to that, then how do you really just establish an enterprise without something catastrophic happening? Is there a point, let me ask this serious question, is there a point where you just have to trust the people that you live with? Is there a point where you have to trust them to say, you know what, we're going to start this business, we're going to start this corporation up? Is there a time where you can just trust them? Because whatever you think, and you can think what you want to, don't you ever believe that there's somebody started a business in their garage and it's the biggest business in the world today. Don't you ever believe nothing stupid like that. You need your ass whooped if you believe something stupid like that. If you don't think that the GOV has something to do with all these companies and stuff, then something's wrong. Because if you're talking about unethical and things that are so far-fetched, like even when it comes to Google, how does Google have the right to just take pictures of houses and all kinds of stuff, just go up and down through neighborhoods and all that type of stuff, and then pretend like they up on Mars or the moon or something, taking pictures of Earth? How come they get to travel all over the world taking pictures and stuff like that? How come they get to get copies of your pictures and stuff? You take pictures on your phone, they automatically getting copies because it's actually set into the program in your phone. And even if you don't think they're getting the copies, they still getting the copies. Even if you say no, you don't think they archiving that stuff somewhere? Get out of there. They got everybody's information. The less technology you have, the less they know about you. The more technology you have, the more they know about you. So they know everything about me. But they know I speak out, though. That's the difference. Is I speak out. A lot of people don't speak out. But all these companies that just built up from scratch, come on now. You think these companies just built up from scratch? Think about it. You got bodegas, you got stores that your family have owned. Matter of fact, I would tell you somebody who had a store within their family and it didn't blow up. It should have blown up. Is Motown man, Berry Gordy. They started off with a store in their family. I knew people that started off with stores. They didn't blow up. Why come they didn't blow up? They just stayed in the hood and that was it. And then eventually the hood just takes advantage of them and they just have enough money just to stay open. Because they just constant robberies and stuff. Why? But then you come up with, you look around and you got all these different stores that have blown up from East Coast to West Coast. You got the Walmarts, you got the Rosses and stuff like that. You got all these stores. How they blow up just overnight? You didn't know nothing about them. All of a sudden, boom, they were, huh? How'd you get so big so quick? I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. Yep. Everybody say, yep. If you make over 100 million, you have definitely did something to someone somewhere. You got that right. Because we know people, like you grew up with people in your hood. You grew up with people that could make certain stuff. Like this, damn, I'm gonna take it over here and let him fix this or whatever. Man, I grew up with like some of the best mechanics and everything else, man. People that just would off the top of the dome, work on your car, work on the inside, work on the outside. Bless your car up or whatever. But they never blew up. They never blew up. Why? They had all the talent, but they never blew up. And why is it that the companies with the most talent don't blow up like that? But then you have, and this is my opinion, I'm just rattling on, so don't get mad at me. Like you got companies like Mako, everybody know about Mako, all over the place, you know what I mean? You got all these different companies that just blew completely up from, well, I say, how'd y'all blow up, man? Y'all just doing basic work. Y'all not even really refining. And then the ones that do stuff have to have some kind of connection. You think about it. The ones that actually do stuff have to have a connection because they end up getting on TV. Think about this. They get on television. So how you get on television? And now you got to shop here, shop there, like Orange County. And I'm not gonna lie. I used to watch that Orange County, and I love their choppers and stuff. I love the bikes they make. But how many people can afford a $70,000 bike? I'm just saying that's not catered to most people. And they're making bikes for celebrities. So if a company does nothing but for anybody but celebrities, how much do you trust them? I'm just throwing it out there, man. Don't get mad at me. Just messaging. I'm just messaging you. I'm just asking. I'm asking too. I'm giving you my opinion about it, but at the same time, I'm asking you. So don't get mad. Yeah. Yeah, we ain't talking about Enis yet, but we'll get into the king. Yeah, we'll get into the king. You know, as far as Enis and stuff like that. But my point, the main thing I wanted to get across, D-Lo 404 salute, brother. I see you. The main thing I wanted to get across is that they're putting out this divide right in front of us, man. They're just dividing boxing again right in front of us. But I just want, this is my question to anybody. They're putting this divide out there for us, but can I ask you guys why? Why do you think that's so important still with boxing? Because boxing does not hold the prestige of the kings anymore. It's not the king sport. Remember, there used to be the king sports. When I say the kings, is like the high prestige people used to come to watch the lower class, battle it out. They used to watch one side versus the other side, whatever that side might be. Yeah, but D-Lo out here. But D-Lo says salute to all. And Derek Bay said, yeah, Mako just put paint on your car any kind of way. I heard of one that people said, you know what, it's worth it. Yeah, it might be true. You might find one of them that's worth taking your vehicle to. But then some of them be like, nah, don't take your car there. They're going to just throw some paint on there. Ready. So that D-Lo 404 boxing. D-Lo 404 boxing with the thumbs up with the 100 out there. Derek Bay said, yeah, like there are no more hardware stores. Yep. Just Home Depot and Lowe's. See, Derek Brady got it. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all missing that. And the guy that used to have the hardware store, I don't know him. Let's call him Buddy Smith. So Buddy Smith's hardware, Derek, when you went to Buddy Smith hardware, he knew your family and everything, right? When you went to the hardware store, what he did is he made sure all the tools was sharpened right there. Now they mass produce them. They made everywhere. I'm not going to just specifically get on anybody's country, but they're made anywhere, and they're made any kind of way, and he can't put that guarantee on it. But he used to sit back there and and readjust all the equipment, sharpen it up, make sure everything was working properly and all that before you got it. But now he's no longer in business, and you got, like Derek Bay said, you got the Home Depot and Lowe's. Where all of a sudden they came from? Who started the Home Depot? Who had that much money? Oh, I'm gonna start a hardware store. I was just telling somebody, I was telling my nephew, I said, yeah, I went to Home Depot. I said, it don't make no sense for me to go to a Home Depot that is big as a stadium. I said, I went to a Home Depot as big as a damn stadium, right? This is the biggest Home Depot I ever seen. I said, this is a huge ass Home Depot. I'm like, you can get lost or you can lose somebody up in here. So I'm in a Home Depot big as a stadium. And I'm looking for just a battery charger. Just one of these little small chargers for your phone. The ones you charge, that you power up. And that's it. And this one is solar. I wanted one. I ended up getting one that was solar powered. So it's solar powered, and it's also, you plug it in, and then it's good to have those. You guys make sure you take those with you. If you're in your car or whatever, always make sure you take those. That's like an emergency thing to have. And I don't have mine with me. I thought I would, but it's just a battery charger. People think the battery charger, it's actually a little capacitor that you charge up. You can plug your phone into it and get you one at least 10,000 milliamps or more. So that way you have days of charging. If you have emergency, you still can cut your phone off, cut it back on. You got power to do other stuff with it. You see what I mean? But that's a point. And see, he went to hardware, and that's a great point too, though, because I wasn't even thinking, like, right at the time, I wasn't thinking like the hardware. But that's a great point though, the hardware, because what he gave an example of something that's huge, like the biggest. I mean, you're talking about a store that's bigger than like a Bloomingdale's or a Macy's. You're talking about something that's huge in Home Depot, and they put that bright orange sign right out in front of you. And guess what? You also have a lot of workers that's out there that will help you build or whatever else out there, sitting right there, at least here where I live at, in front of Home Depot. You can get cheap labor that way too. But where'd that come from though? How is it, where? Who's the founder? Where they came from? Where you started from? Where'd you start from? I guarantee you it's fictitious. Ain't no man then spread like that fast when you got what I said. You got Joe Smith's or whatever I said it was. Buddy Smith. You got his hardware, and he had the best hardware ever. Ain't went nowhere. And then I guess Ace wasn't big enough because this little rich town over here where I live at, they had an Ace up until a point. It's still hardware, but it's not. But see, this is the thing about a rich community like that. They're not gonna allow you to have big ass businesses like that. No, you can have small businesses. If they're too rich, you won't even sneak a Macy's in there. It has to be outside of town. Some Blooming, all that shit has to be outside of town. You're not gonna go into like a little rich community and blow it up with little shit. Like McDonald's can come in like little small restaurants, but most of their stuff is gonna stay just like it is. They are gonna have the family restaurants and all that because they're just not gonna. When it comes to voting for you to come in, they're gonna be, nope, you ain't bringing that shit over here. You ain't about to bring a lot of traffic and mess up the way we live. We walk our streets nice and calmly. You know what I mean? We don't lock our doors and stuff. You're not getting in. Big corporations ain't getting into little areas like that. Yeah, but that's a great point though. There you say, Bay said I was about to say that it was a hardware store in my area growing up for years. Had everything you needed, and they knew everything, everyone right 100%. For yeah, 100. They knew you. They knew exactly who you was, and they knew what you was doing because they paid attention. Like, oh, you cutting? Oh, your dad cutting bushes again? Okay, yeah, he trimming those. Tell them to use these because I notice he keeps bringing these back to get sharpened or whatever. So tell them to use these. Man, come on now, stop, man. Y'all ain't fooling everybody, man. We got the remnants of people that's still alive. The people from the 70s and 80s is still here. Even if they was little tights or whatever, little kids, you got them. They still around and they still remember and they still gonna pass this shit down. So y'all ain't getting away with that shit. And plus, some people are smart enough to go back into the archives to find out what we had in the past. And they find out ain't nothing changed. The language hasn't changed. Go back, like I said, go look at the old, man, I was looking at the old commercials and stuff. I don't even know how this came up, but I was looking at some old commercials that came up. And they were saying that the commercials that they had in the past that wouldn't be appropriate today because they separated men and women. They, like, when it came to making breakfast and coffee and all that, they always separated. Oh, yeah, he would love a cup of this. They would, tell the woman that her husband would love this and that. And they separated the gender. But now it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to call people. I just don't say nothing. Because if you look like a man to me, I might call you sir. I don't want to mess it up. I ain't no sir. I'm a Q or G. I'm like, oh. Anyway, I ain't used to that shit. Yeah, you got that right, D-Lo 404. He said Walmart puts lots of small businesses out of order to, yeah, have killed communities and people, and they still flourishing. You got whole towns that went to work for Walmart. They would quit jobs and go work for Walmart, and then once Walmart didn't have no business and stuff, they just leave. And guess what? They don't even tear the building down. They just leave it as a reminder who just got you. What kind of shit is that? Y'all gonna leave the building like, oh yeah, we got you. That's dirty, man. But Derek Bay said facts. He said forgot about them at D-Lo. Yep, Derek Bay said yeah. So they are in front of all Home Depots and Lowe's looking for work. There you go. That's it. D-Lo 404 said we still have a few Ace hardware stores scattered here and there. Yeah, they're not out of business. No, they're not out of business. But that used to be one that the faces, the Hollywood faces used to be in front of the Ace. Matter of fact, I remember even in the 80s, I think 80s or 90s or something, I remember John Madden used to do some Ace commercials. If you guys remember John Madden, football great coach. Mostly with the Oakland Raiders, yeah. Yeah, I don't see any of them, brother. The last one I know in this little community, they took it out. They turned it into something else, or maybe they're just changing the name of Ace. But Ace is still big to an extent. But their inventory compared to something like Home Depot or Lowe's is just like it's like nil. Yeah, Derek Bay said, yeah. He said right. He said real customer service. No, they don't. They just want you in and out the store now. They just want to send you down the aisle where something is and get your ass up out of there. Shit, I just bought some Lifetime. I got some Lifetime clippers. Not clippers, but I don't know what the hell they call them. Cutters. Is that a good name for them? Shears. They're not really shears, but they're cutters. They cut. These will be Lifetime. Guess what? Them shits ain't Lifetime. I know they already messed up. Had that been like a real store, like I said, had that been I keep forgetting it, what Bubba Smith's or whatever his name is, Joe Smith's hardware. Joe Smith would have took care of it. He said, "Oh, this is what the problem is." Yeah, this is. He would have readjusted them, or either replaced them. But I would have probably rather him to readjust them. You guys don't even understand. Some of y'all don't even understand, right? Maybe D-Lo or maybe D-Lo understands, or maybe Derek understands. So do y'all understand what I mean? So if you have something like, say for instance, you have a pair of shears, and they had like a warranty on them, and you had the opportunity to go to your like to Bruce's or Buddy Smith's hardware store to either replace them or have them just sharpen them up and adjust them. Now, how many people understand why you would have him sharpen them up and adjust them rather than taking a new pair? Let me see if anybody is smart enough to know that. I'm not saying nobody's dumb, but I'm saying if anybody's smart enough to understand that, why you would have him to just change the dynamic of them by, sharpening them up and just readjust them. Why would you do that rather than taking a new pair? Because remember, you get a new pair, everybody's crazy now. Oh, you get new. Everybody's crazy about just replacing and just getting new. Because a lot of times new, all your ass ended up getting was a new problem. Is what you ended up getting was a new problem. I'm talking about the old school stores. D-Lo put the other shit out there. D-Lo said they paid $1.02 for them. He said you pay like probably more or less probably less than $30 or so. So they don't care. That's true. That's true. But I'm saying like when you grew up. Now why would your dad or your mom? Why would they just get the shears or the hedges? Why would they just get those readjusted than to get a new pair? Why would they just get them sharpened and readjusted then get a new pair? I'm just seeing where y'all's minds at. And then we'll go on, man, because this was just a funny little talk right here. This is just something different. It's still grown folk. Yeah, with these boxers, man, it's just like that's gonna be our next step. Is why don't boxers learn? Why is it that boxers seem to not learn? They know what the hell they're doing. It's fear. What the hell? What's going on when it comes to this whole drug epidemic and shit? Why? Is that the new culture? Tell you, man, all these chemists, all these people that you think, all these people that you think is gonna hook you up. Like, oh yeah, they gonna hook me up with with this special formula, and this is a non-traceable formula. All these people that do that, guess what? You trust in somebody that you have no knowledge about. You know what I mean? Why are you trusting them? And by the way, we got Sharp and Kabori fighting. They might be fighting right now, right? That's a featherweight fight. Sharp and Kabori. Sharp out of the UK. And I think Kabori is out of it's not Uganda. It might be Uganda. Might be Uganda. Well, what's the one? Um, Not Uganda. I forget. I forget. The one with the star in the middle of the flag. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's not Uganda, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know that much about them. Yeah, they made them better, built to last, better quality material, wears down slow, but reusable. But here's the reason. This is one I wanted to bring up. So the reason uh, you're gonna have them sharpened and you're gonna have them adjusted is because they already got that wear on them. They got that usable wear. In other words, they're gonna be easier. You're gonna be out there, just slicing away, cutting away, whatever you're doing. The movements that you make is gonna be so easy. When you get that new shit, you got to get that workout first. You got to get that chest going first before you get all that stuff working. Y'all know, damn, it's like, I wanted this to be easy work. Like, you see people with them, get the heads trimmed real sharp and you see somebody out there struggling and sticks and twigs getting all stuck in them because they not sharpened right. And they like, and again, the workmanship, like they act like the workmanship is so much better, but no, nothing works. Nothing is working like it used to. I don't care what they say. That's why you updating shit all the time. I don't even update my phone. My phone just told me the other day that it's successfully updated. I said I didn't put any setting to update my phone, because what happens is you get that little explanation point on your phone that tells you, it's like a warning, like update your shit. And I'm like, no, I'm not ever updating. I don't update. Because once I update, something goes wrong. And sure enough, everything went out. I don't know if it's coincidence or whatever it was, but my phone wasn't working. My internet wasn't working. But then they give you a certain time. Oh, you'll be back on 7:51 p.m. You'll be back home. I'm like, y'all, why am I out in the first place? What are y'all doing? But just beware of this. This is just more information from my people. More information. There may be a group of people that have a little bit of money that are moving away from you for a certain reason. Soon. And now. And I'm just not gonna spread all that, what it is, but just be conscious. Be conscious of everything around you. Be conscious, even when it comes to the Sean Porter thing. Like I said, there were some signs outside of boxing that showed me that you better be careful when it comes to this Sean Porter versus Bud. Be careful. I'm just saying. Bud, it might be a missed sign, but just be careful on your money. When you come to thinking that Bud's gonna knock Porter's ass out in 3 or 4 rounds, just be careful. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, Derek Bay said you also see a field. He says minutes. Yep. Then D'Lo said trimmers. Yep. Then yeah, of course he said that $1 Yeah. Yep. Yep. Renewable, keep roll. That man, some of this stuff is just roll forever. I used to want to get new shit, man. The old shit lasted so long. Them old rakes and shit. D-Lo 404 said MF lucky they ain't killing themselves with these PED. Yeah, man. But the question was, what was the question, Derek Bay? I asked y'all, why is the culture still like this? Are fighters that dumb? Are athletes really that dumb? Or is somebody really convincing them, hey man, I got this formula, this untraceable formula? Are they tricking them like that? Or are they wanting to get out of the fight? What's going on, man? I don't understand it. That should have been already over with. No, not Rwanda. So I said Uganda, but Rwanda, that's not what I was thinking. It was, they have the same colored flag as the Rasta colors. The Rastafari. They have the same colors. It might be Uganda, right? Is that Uganda? One with the black star in the middle? Black, red, yellow, and green. And then the red star in the middle. Or black star in the middle. I think that might be Uganda. Yep. Derek Bay said, fighters on Eagle. Glad you said something. Said I was waiting for it tonight. Yeah, I told you, yeah, the fight might be on now. Yep. Derek Bay said, oh, yeah, I was just talking about Derek said, remember the old rakes with steel? Never had to buy another rake. Yeah, you had to break your rake. You had to physically, Derek's not lying. You had to actually physically break your rake or shovel to get rid of it. Because the handle on the shovel was like that thick. And they had all those bolts in the bottom of it. You could hammer shit with that. That shit was not gonna break. Yeah, D-Lo said yes they are. He's sharp. He said sharp fight. Oh, sharp fight starting now. Yep. Oh, Ghana. Yeah, that's D-Lo got it there. That's what it is. Ghana. I said I knew it had the Ghana in it, right? I said Uganda. I said I know it had the name or the sound Ghana in there. That's why I got stuck on it. I said no, Uganda. Yeah. Uganda. I would have figured it out, but thanks, brother. Yeah, I got other stuff on my mind. Yeah, but yeah, there we go. So Ghana. Yeah. And yeah, I just came up with that one. So Derek, I know you probably going back and forth. So, okay, they walking out now. Okay, so they just not walking out. Okay, who y'all got? They walking out now before round one. Y'all got who y'all got? Y'all got Sharp or y'all got Kabori? Who y'all got, man? Y'all want the box wreck and everything, huh? I need to get that box wreck. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. No, Sharp ain't got no losses, but he ain't no powerful knockout puncher though. But he got 45%. He's 5'9", 9 by KO, 109 rounds. That's probably your best pick, huh? Or you want to go with the underdog? It's up to y'all, man. It's up to y'all. It's up to y'all, man. Y'all can start your crow. You can start the crow fest off early. Everybody got Sharp. Yasser Hussein, I just now see you, brother. Yep. You probably over there watching the fight, huh? I know. I only had to worry about Yasser. Yasser, he said salute the Eagle. He got Sharp. Derek Brady got Sharp, unanimous decision. Maybe TKO or something. TKO late. Or maybe we'll get surprised. But y'all sir said salute the fam at Derek Bailey and at D-Lo 404. And Derek Bailey is right back. Salute at Yasser Hussein. Man. D-Lo got the KO by 6. He got the 6th round KO. Well, Derek Bailey gonna keep us updated. Yeah. We'll see. They just getting out there. We're gonna see what they do. We're gonna see what they got. But these fighters, I don't know. I don't know why you guys are still doing PEDs. I don't know why you're still doing all this stuff, because there hasn't been a fighter that hasn't got caught. And I'm gonna tell you one thing about the boxing community. In my opinion, the boxing community is a little bit weak. In that we are too forgiving to everything. If we know somebody's a known cheater, we just forgive them right away. Or if somebody tells us, "Oh, it wasn't like that," so if somebody hits us with the smoke screen, we fall for, "Oh, okay, that's what it was. Oh, it was. Oh, meat. Oh, from a restaurant. Yeah, the tacos. Yeah, like yeah. You start humbling yourself and start dropping down. Like, yeah, you believe that shit. Come on. If you believe that shit, then if you go back, I don't even know if you was born yet, but you go back and look at the Rodney King beating, and you would probably be the same type of person that said it was warranted, that he wouldn't stop resisting. When all you had to do is put 3 people on him and hold him down and put some handcuffs on him and shackle his ass. That's it. But you're the same person. Oh yeah, he was resisting. I could tell. The film don't really show it all. Come on, get your stupid ass away from me. See, you're the type of person that I know I can't really, I'm not going to get along with you. We're not going to ever probably be able to talk because you full of that, you know what. Regardless, you know, somebody knows what the you know what is, then that's fine. If you don't, then that's good. But I think that the boxing community is just getting too soft on everybody. If a fighter says he's willing and he's ready to do something, just let him be willing and ready to do it. If you're not going to run over to his house, you're not going to his camp and running into the gym. No, don't let him fight him, man. That's too much, coach. If you're not going to do that, then shut your ass up and let them do what they got to do. Enis, a young man, 24 years old, future boxing champ, in my opinion. He feels like he is ready to get that business done. Then he's ready to get that business done. If he feels like he's a step ahead of everybody, or a couple steps, or more steps, better skill sets, and just hungry, more hungry, and just no fear, then he is where he says he's at until he shows us that he's not where he says he's at. I would love to see him in Crawford. Because he's saying, Crawford, you don't have the skills like you think you got. Ain't nobody scared of you. Which no fighter is really scared of another fighter, but let's see what you got. And I'm listening to all of them. I listened to Sean Porter. Sean Porter said that he says that Bud ain't gonna be the same after this fight. He gonna take something out of Bud. And I know Bud really gets used to like a certain rhythm in the fight. But Porter is hard to get used to a certain rhythm. Because Porter, once he see you getting used to a rhythm, he change up and do something else. I just don't see the fight like a lot of people seeing it. I just don't see Porter getting knocked out in a couple of rounds. Like Bud is just a heavyweight up in there compared to welterweights. I don't know. Sean Porter has fought heavier guys than most of the guys at 147. Well, you can believe that or not. Matter of fact, one of the guys he fought that I always keep bringing up is fighting heavyweight right now. Is the heavyweight champion right now, right? Sean Porter even fought him. Okay, but anyway, it may be the case that what everybody's saying, that Sean's gonna get blown away. But I'm not even on that fight right now. But let's talk about it. So how do we have the Enis fight? What do we have here? Let's put up our decisions. You guys can vote on the girls if you want to. I'll throw that in there too. But we'll start with the main event. For me, the main event for the 30th, right? And that would be the Enis versus Delorme. And I'm going to say mid-rounds. I give them 8+. In between 8 and... Okay, in between 7 and 10. That's my prediction. In between 7 and 10, I got for Enis. Zepeda, I don't even know. I want to go Zepeda, but I may go with the native. I may go with Vargas. That's always a rivalry that you more or less can count both of them as United States. Puerto Rico versus United States. I'm going EV, and then Cameron. I can see why you guys might want to pick her because she has not lost yet. Of course, I'm going with the upset. Because I got to stick with the United States, even if she might piece McGee up. We're gonna see. And then Ming versus Doofus, I'm going with Ming. I don't know much about Ming. I got to find out about Ming tonight. And that fight will probably be going on in another 4 or 5 hours. So you guys you guys look out for that one, Ming and Doofus. That's in Florida. That's tonight. The Chinese light heavyweight. Okay, so then the undercard is Bentoncourt and Marrero. 10 rounds. That's a lightweight fight right there, right? And then Derek said the Sharp versus Kabaria is about to begin now. In which I told him, which is, I ain't smart or nothing like that, Derek, but I just knew that I said that the fight might be on now, just because they was fighting because over in the UK. So I was probably close to my. Okay, so he said Sharp one round and none right so far. Okay, what they look like though? They looking good. How Kabari look? He's looking pretty decent, or he just looking like he gonna get stopped? Then I think D'Lo said he's gonna get stopped. Is that what you said, D'Lo? He's getting stopped. Oh, I got Sharp by stoppage. Yeah, okay, we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna see. We are going to see. Let me see what y'all got. I have maintained Bud wins by a unanimous decision. Okay. Okay, D'Lo. D'Lo said he maintained the Bud wins by unanimous. Oh, he gonna get the unanimous, huh? Not even split, not even majority. So what kind of score are we talking about? What kind of score are we talking about, D'Lo? 7. What we talking about? 7-5. As far as rounds, don't give me. You don't have to give me the 118 and 1. What we talking about? 8-3 or 8-4, 7-5, 6-4. I'm going with suspect. And you guys know I talk about suspect all the time. I might be wrong, but I see some outside signs of the fight that you might not even think pertain to boxing. I see some stuff like that. And I'm not going to get all into it because you have to, if you've been following me, then which you guys have been, you guys understand that this is not cold talk. But you can almost say it is. And that's not double talk. You can almost say it's cold talk. It's not. It's just reference to things that we talked about before. And I see Bud probably going to take this L. Bud going to take this L. And I'm not saying he's going to get beat up. He might get hurt up a little bit, but that's not the point of the win. It's just shameful. I just put it that way. Shameful for boxing and everything else. But I just see certain signs. I seen some stuff that I always look at, when I look at celebrities, boxers, no matter what, I look at certain gestures that you make in order for me to know, what club you belong to. Yep. Yeah, Derek said, I'm going with Porter also. Yeah, I talk about Porter bad. I always talk about suspect personality. Certain people he's not going to beat. But, certain people, you ain't going to talk bad to him, I don't think, and just go in there and do what you ain't going in there just knocking him out in one round. Yeah, they looking for it, but yeah, he going to try to hurt you. And, he has the physique, and I guess he's learning how to set. So he's going to set down and try to hurt Bud too, though. He's going to set down with some of his punches. So I look for Porter to have more power than what you would expect him to have in this fight. There are many saying that Bud gets stopped by Porter. I'm not just saying. I know a lot of people are saying that Bud gonna get in there and he didn't overestimated himself versus Porter. I don't think that's going to be the case though. I don't think that he's overestimating himself. I think he just has that confidence. But I think there may be something else that that's about far as I'm gonna go with that. I'll talk to y'all later about it. Y'all want to email me or something, or y'all want to know more, then we'll talk like that. I'd rather talk to y'all like that because that's how we usually talk. Derek Bay said Enis in 8. Yeah, that's between 7 and 10. I picked Vargas over Zepeda. Okay. You got the Vargas. Okay. I think that's what I was going with. I'm going with Vargas. I'm going with my homie. I'm going with Paderico. Yeah. Yep. I'm going with the Vargas. That's right. I'm going with the Paderico. We're gonna see we're gonna see what Paderico could do. See what you can do, Paderico. Yep. Okay, you say Derek Bates say by unanimous decision. Okay, Sharp looked decent. I don't like the switch hitting he is doing. Yeah, sometimes people do stupid shit in a fight. That means he's nervous. If he's switching up too much early in the fight, that means he's nervous right now. He ain't settled in. He don't know what he want to do. Y'all see Hussein said I got Enis and Vargas as well at Derek Bates. That's all right. Just be ready to eat the crow. Okay, so it looks like we might get a unanimous decision out of this one. Derek Bates says Sharp is 2-0. D-Lo 404 said I see crow in your future due to some signs I see. Yeah, I know I'm gonna eat crow on somebody. I don't know if any of us ever went 100% D-Lo. We always gonna have a little bit of crow to eat. I picked Ming. I got Enis. I got Vargas, and I got McGee. And I'm gonna go at least 50-50 out of this. I'm gonna go at least 50-50. So I'm gonna have a 50-50 plate. So half of my plate is gonna have crow, half my other plate is gonna have chicken on it. There, that's how you do. I'm not a first time crow eater, D-Lo. I'm not a first time crow eater. If you're a first time crow eater, then that's what you gotta worry about, that dry ass crow, because it's your first plate. Derek Bates and Porter's always in great shape. That's why I don't understand why he doesn't punch harder. It's because of his movements. It's because of his movements. He really don't set. He doesn't set. If he has to put more weight on his front leg, especially because he's a hooker, an uppercut fighter. So he needs to, if he puts more weight on that front foot. See, you see the brother, you see how he's throwing on that front foot right there? You see the weights on the back, but you see how he just threw that punch up there in your left corner? That's what you got to do. That's what they mean when they say set down. Because actually you're kind of dropping down when you throwing that hook. Porter can do it. I'm not scared that Porter can't do it. He can do it. That's right. D-Ray off a phone is up in here. He says salute to the boxing channel Eagles Web. He got the eagle up there good. He got the gloves up there good, and he got the web up there good. Yeah, Sharp is playing too much, man. You better stop that shit. Derek Bates says Sharp is throwing the lead right uppercut, which is making me nervous. I'm gonna have to look at. I'll watch it later. Okay. D-Lo said I have only made my Friday picks. Okay, this for the day. Oh, so who you guys have? You guys got Sharp, and we all picked Sharp, except for me. No, I picked Sharp to win, but I'm going with. See, that's how I do. I pick both fighters. I pick my winner and my and the one that's gonna lose. I pick both. I pick both fighters. I always pick both. I pick one to do good things and one to just that I want to win. That way I don't feel so bad. Like at least I wanted you to win. It's like this, D-Lo. It's like I wanted D-Lo to win, but you got your ass whooped. I got to say that to D-Lo because D-Lo, he bothered me for a long time about my story that I told y'all about. And so D-Lo bothered me quite a bit about that. About the management. About my friend. About my girlfriend managing me in racquetball. And D-Lo was like, just tell the truth. Just say what happened. Just say that you got your ass whooped. Yep. Oh, okay. I'm talking about Crawford Porter Crow. Oh, okay. Yeah. Crawford Porter. Yeah, we'll get into it more. I got to look at some more signs, but right now I'm going with Porter right now. I'm going with Porter, and not because it's not even nothing against Bud. Not far as his skill set, no. It's nothing against Bud's skill set or nothing like that. I'm thinking about the whole mentality that you might make a mistake mentally by disbelieving that you're that much more superior than Porter, that you put him out in 3 or 4 rounds. And I'm not saying he's gonna make a Wilder mistake, but you can go in there and mess up. Wilder needed to have that to win that other fight. He needed to have that Stavern 2 in his system. Like, I don't care what you do. I'm mad at you. I'm whooping your ass. That's it. That focus. Okay, so that's what. So, in other words, Sharp is just real comfortable in there. So that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, yeah. No, but you said you was talking about your Friday predictions. But Dilo calling me out though with that. I did it, but did he see some crow? And you know what the thing about me is, I have no expectations about not eating crow. For us, it's not a huge deal. All the time we gotta, like, okay, we're not 100%. That's what makes it okay. I don't even mind. I mean, it's not like I don't want to be a 100% fight predictor or nothing like that, because then I might get to my head. I be thinking I'm the shit when it comes to predicting fight. What you talking about, Derek? I told y'all how the fight was gonna go down. I'll start doing this to y'all then. Huh? Man, I told you, man, you got to roll with me, man. You got to roll with me, people. Man, come on, son. Huh? On me. You got to go with me, man. I know the boxing, I know it. Yeah. Dilo 404 said it's the lack of lean muscle. He said, look at Bradley. Just my opinion. Those guys are too muscle bound. I'm gonna tell you who had stamina, and a lot of times I bring this up. This did not have a great skill set, huh? But if you go back and you look at Hercules, not Ken Norton, but the real Hercules, Mike Weaver. If you go back and look at him, he's built like Hercules, but he can go 15 rounds without the high skill set. So the whole muscle thing and all that, that's just something if you're putting on muscle. Some people are just born like that. Some people are just like that. I played football with a guy that was like that. He looked like a damn bodybuilder. But he's out there running with all the rest of us. That's just the way his genetically he had that in him. And some of the warriors, you know, the original warriors of this earth, that's the way they was built. I mean, because they had a certain position. That didn't mean they was the one that was going to be the baddest, but they had their position that they had to take. Let's put it that way. Yeah, but you can't be falling for every trick. Derek say he's falling for every feint. Come on, Kabori. Represent that flag, man. You out there falling for every trick, Derek said. Yasu Hussein is at Derek Betty with the 100. Dilo 404 said, if you pick both, then you locked in your plate of crow. You goddamn right. My plate is locked in because I bet on both of them, because I bet like this is what I want. No, on Porter I'm not betting but one way. On Porter, I'm not locked in. I'm 50-50 on as far as like Crow, because one person can win. I'm locked in like 50% on my Crow when it comes to Porter. Because I'm going with Porter because right now, I can change that because the fight just hasn't started. I can change that in a week or so. But I'm going with Porter right now because of stuff I've seen outside of normal boxing. There's just certain stuff I'll be looking for. I'm like, let me see how he's talking. What's he doing? I look for everything. And it's not what you think it is. It's not what most people would think it is. It's not the nervousness. None of that, okay? It's just something else that it comes true when I say it. Just like I was telling people, I said Biden was going to be president. You don't know. Everybody was getting mad. Trump supporters and all this fighting and all that. I already knew. And it's not because I know it all like that, but there was certain things that told me that was going to be the president, regardless of how you voted. But yeah, he said, I'm looking. yeah, look, y'all start trying to start some shit. He said, no room for fence riding here. No, there's no fence riding. I explained myself, y'all, sir, so don't start no shit. I'll chop your ass up. Don't start no shit with Eagle, because Eagle didn't say it like that. I said I have fighters that sometimes I'll pick a fighter that I want to fight. I'll say I want this fighter to fight, but this one is going to win. Do you understand the difference? I know the winner. I'm just still hoping. It's like if your homeboy was fighting and you know he didn't have the skill set and he was a replacement. You know he's getting his ass whooped, right? But you would like for him to win, right? You're not gonna pick him and bet money on him, $100 on him, knowing he gonna get his ass whooped. But your hope is like, man, I could hope my homeboy win. But your homeboy's about to get his ass smashed up. Same thing with me in here. Yasser fighting. I want to go with Yasser for that, but I know Yasser is 0-0-0, right? And he fighting a 10-0 fighter. I want Yasser to win. I'm pulling for him. I'm like, yeah, I want my boy Yasser to win, but he's gonna get that ass whooped. I'm being realistic about it. I'm saying you're gonna get your ass whooped, but at the same time, I want you to win. You understand? That's the difference. It's not like, that's not fence riding. That's just like, I wish he would win. He getting his ass whooped. So that's not fence. That's different. A fence riding when you don't know. I don't know. He can win. Or that's when you're on that 50-50. Oh, it's a 50-50 fight. He can win. He can win. Nah. You're going to get your ass whooped, but I want you to win. The last man to whoop my ass don't deliver babies anymore. He retired years ago. Okay. Yeah, D-Lo said he went back looking for the doctor. All I knew was his name and his description. I couldn't recognize him as a baby, but I wanted to go back and get him. Okay, so Sharp is 33-1 favorite. Damn. See, I would hope so. But you know what? I wouldn't want that other man. I want to put that 30. I want to put that money on Kabari. Shit. And hope he get that W. D-Baby crying. Yeah, Mike Weaver. There you go, Mike Weaver. Yasser Hussein said I got 11. He said I got 11 or 12 fight accumulator of MMA and boxing picks, and if I hit it, I'm going to be acting like like that. Yeah, say he gonna be acting like he's the future. See, Yasser think he's the future of boxing and MMA predicting. Yeah, D-Lo said I try not to say I told you too much. Yeah, I told you. Weaver and Tate was a great fight. TV on free TV. There you go. Weaver versus Tate just shows you what I was talking about. Tate didn't have to do nothing but run around the ring. That's all Tate had to do to stay out of harm's way. But he was fighting a dangerous ass. He was fighting Hercules, and Hercules knocked that ass out. That's it. And that's what happened. But that's a guy that was built like that. The guy with the Hercules type of shape, man, with the big the biceps all out here and stuff. Yeah, yeah. Sean and Bradley have great stamina, but not much KO power. Many of the great KO welters were wiry with lean muscles. There are always exceptions. There's always exceptions. You got that right. Always exceptions. There's always exceptions. Because we talk about a lot of fighters can arm punch you and just paralyze you. Like George Foreman can hit you with power punches or just arm punches and paralyze you. You're talking about somebody, you got people, because in boxing, in life, you got guys what they call heavy-handed. They just heavy-handed. They just touch you. It's like, God dang, dude. Damn. They just got, it's just something about what this area, when they touch you, is a lot of power there. And some guys have to like, snap that shit. But some guys can just look like they doing this to you. And that's all they look like they doing, but that's doing way more damage than that is. That quick snap. They just, and just beating you all into like a, just beating you to a pulp, but it don't look like it. But they beating the cotton candy out your ass, and it don't look like they are. So that whole thing is like, some fighters do have to sit down. Sean looks the part. Like a lot of these heavy-looking fighters, he's right. A lot of these heavy-looking fighters that look like they should have the punching power, a lot of them don't have the punching power because they just wild. They do if they settle down, but they don't because they're just wild as hell. Most of those guys, what was the guy's name? Is it Bundu or something? The real thick fighter. Who's the one that Charlo got his title from? He's all thick like that, but he had been out of boxing for a while too, though. Yeah, it's Bundridge, right? I think it's Bundridge, yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's just, he's thick like that. But he probably has power, but just didn't have, he just not quick, just wasn't quick enough for somebody like Charlo. Charlo got those reactions. Y'all are crying. Y'all sir said I would want me to win as well. Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying, y'all sir. I would pick you. I mean, if somebody's in my chat that mess with us, if they mess with you, y'all sir, if they wouldn't pick you, like if they didn't say I want my boy to win, if they didn't say they wanted y'all sir to win, I wouldn't mess with them no more. If Derek said I don't want y'all sir to win, I wouldn't want to mess with Derek no more, because Derek ain't right, or D-Lo, or D-Ray, any of them. If they didn't say, yeah, I want y'all sir to win, then I wouldn't mess with them no more. Yeah. D-Ray off the phone said he said I got two phones. He said I got that ace. He said Eagle. He said have two fighters on the same fight. Yeah, I got two fighters except for Crawford. No, I don't have Crawford. No, because I don't. In that one, it's like, do I want Crawford to win? Do I want Sean to win? I don't want either one to win, and I want both to win, so I don't really care. But my feeling is going that I think Sean got this for different reasons. I don't have those same reasons, D-Ray, for the other fights. I don't have the same reasons. So I can say that, like I said with y'all sir, I want y'all sir to win. Y'all sir, you getting knocked the F out. But I want you to win, brother. You see what I mean? I want you to win. Even though you get knocked the F out. No, D-Ray off of Frozen Shields couldn't get off her back like a pig. Wow. Is that the way you beat? How do you beat Shields? If you're a boxer, how do you beat Shields? Yeah, a lot of people talking about. Yeah, Yasser Hussein said at D-Ray off the phone. You got Porter over Bud. Yeah, Sharp 6-0. Yeah, D-Ray 404. He said gotta run. Y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy the fights. Okay, got the glove up good with the 100. He said peace. All right, brother. Peace, brother. Derek Bay said peace at D-Lo 404. Y'all sir saying peace at fam at D-Lo 404. D-Ray off the phone. Y'all sir, I want to pick the winner. I'm going with Bud. That's it. Who you pick? That's right. Then Yasser Hussein, I got Bud as well, D-Ray. Yep. Yasser Hussein says stoppage from 7 to 12 are on points. That's what I'm going to put money on. That's too much. You talking about somebody betting two fighters. Look how you got. You on 12 from 7 to 12. He's going to beat them or on points. Which one is it? It has to be one or the other. You ain't beat nobody on points and knocking them out. You get credit for one of them. D-Rail from say like a turtle. She lost her fight the other day. Yep. 7-0. Yeah, but when you get out overconfidence and that growth, you start talking that shit like that. That's what happened. Yeah, Derek Bay said 7-0. D-Ray over the phone say peace to 404. Yeah, 404 is out. He got out on us. He's out ski. Yeah. Let me go back because I got to see if I covered. So a lot of the stuff. So it's too early. A lot of people want to say that this is too early, but for me, it's not too early. So I'm just going to throw my endorsement in there for Enis right now. So my endorsement is for Enis. I don't care. You guys got to fight Enis to show anything. If you want to show balls and you want to show that you actually have stepped up, I want one of the top 3 guys, top 4 guys, top 5 guys to be calling out Enis. Jerron Enis. Y'all got to call him out. And the reason you got to call him out is because he said he wants that. He says that he's about that action now. And if he's about that action, then show him that he's not about that action. Okay, so nobody's betting on the. What about you, y'all, sir? Nobody's betting on the girls this time. Who you got, McGee or Cameron? Oh yeah, that Ming is coming up too. Yeah, I gotta get that. I gotta get that link because I don't have the Telemundo, so I gotta get that link. I know. I think Bruce Goals put it up. Is Bruce still here, or did Bruce bounce out on it? Bruce done bounced out on it. Bruce, get your ass back up in here. Show us what you're working with, Bruce. Bruce. Wow, what happened? I think it might have. I don't know. I think I had to refresh or something like that, so I don't see it. But it's on. I got 3 pages. So out of the 3 pages, I know it's on one of the pages. There we go. Yeah, I'm quiet right now. I'm just trying to see if this link I got. I don't know that link, man. I don't know. I went to that link just for a second. And a lot of these links, sometimes they work. Derek Brady knows about these kind of links, but sometimes they, there's portions of these links. Sometimes when you click on these links, there's portions of them that will screw you up. I just put it that way. So some of these links they're good, but they'll still they might mess up, they mess your world up. So be careful when it comes to these links and stuff like that. Yep. Yeah, but she's not gonna learn how to grapple. She's not just ain't gonna learn. I don't think she's gonna learn. She's gonna have to just stick with boxing. Learn how to headbutt somebody. I don't know. She gotta do that. You have to do dirty shit. If you don't know how to do certain stuff, you gotta do dirty shit, man. I remember when I was first learning how to do. When I was learning my third martial arts. When I was learning Kenpo, I did some shit. The instructor was coming at me and some shit, and I did some shit. I don't even know where it came from. It just came off the top of the dome. He said, "No," he said, "that's not what you do." He said, "But that shit was good." he said it was good. What I was doing was good, but it just wasn't. I'm just like, hey, I gotta defend. That's all I was thinking about. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, if she could learn, that'd be cool. Yasu was saying, okay, he's at Derek. I'll let y'all have your little talk. I think James better be ready. Yep. Derek Beatty right back. That was D-Ray off the phone. But Derek Beatty said, oh, okay. I didn't see the fight. I thought she was fighting today at Yasser. Okay, yeah. Okay, Yasser Hussein said, I ain't got no picks on the girls this week. I picked Kayla and Clarissa, and we all know how that went. I have Cameron by unanimous decision. Yeah, that's the thought process, is that we would go with Cameron. And see, that's another one. I'm doing the same thing I did before. I just told you. I would think that Cameron is gonna get the dub. But my hopes is just like I said for you, Yasser, is that I want McKee to win. Yeah, I'm seeing one thing. It's just like I could be like Delorme. I want Delorme to win. And this is going to whoop that ass. But I want Delorme to win. But I don't. In this case, I'm going strictly Enis. Enis is going to be the new face of boxing. He's going to be up there with Tank and them soon. We give him like about a year. We give him like a year. When they stop hiding and running from him, and start talking about everybody else. Yep. Yeah, Yasser says she just needs to improve on the takedown defense, and she's good. And if she could incorporate kicks with them hands, she got a future in MMA still. She could fight. I mean, if that's what she wants to do, if she wants to fight MMA and they paying her more, then get your ass out there and fight. Then just learn how to kick. It's not that hard. Just learn some Thai strikes, some Thai foot strikes, stuff like that, and then learn some jujitsu on the floor. You should be good. Yep. Yep. Everybody said yes. She never kicks. Yep. Yep. You're right, Derek. That's gonna be the strategy against her is try to wrestle her down. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, Derek Brady worried about Sharp's power all of a sudden. So Derek, all that pinpoint accuracy don't mean nothing, do it? Yeah, all that pinpoint accuracy is just nothing. Huh? But they little guys though, right? Yeah, what you want out of super featherweight? Derek wanted to come in there like Tyson. Yeah, he's supposed to be like Tyson, right? So who won the other fight, Derek? Abreu. Abreu and Kula Kulamet. Kulakmet. Who won that fight? Because that was on the undercard. Yeah, that was on the undercard. And so we got to look for the other fight to come on, too. The Cameron McGee probably may come out. It may come on tonight, like late or something. I'm just checking with Derek to see who won the undercard. Yeah. Yeah, Sharp 9-0. Yeah, you got to get comfortable with all them kicks and stuff. You just got to get comfortable. It just shows that she's not an all-round athlete. That she's a boxer basically. If you're a boxer, if you're not an all-round athlete, it's different. If you're an all-round athlete and you're a boxer, then you acclimate to that stuff. I knew people that was all-round athletes that changed from boxing over even to kickboxing like damn near overnight. They were actually better at it because they had more hand power. You know, they get them kicks off and then all of a sudden they land a bomb and the kickboxers couldn't take it. Like, oh shit, I never got hit by it. That's like by hands. Yeah. He said a foot. D-Rail from got a foot up. He said can't headline Saturday long way from the face of boxing, right? Yeah, if you can't kick, you right. If you can't kick, you look, get your ass back in boxing. Derek Beatty, that MMA is getting her in shape. Caressa had a 6-pack. Yeah. He said getting her in shape, but getting her ass whooped. Yeah. Oh, okay. Derek Beatty said, I don't know. They haven't said anything about the other fights. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to know who won the undercard. Well, we see who's gonna win this one here. But what you guys' thoughts on Enis though? Where do you guys put him right now? As far as your top 10, where do you put Enis? Give me a number or give me something. So I'll wait for y'all. I'm gonna wait for y'all to put it out there. Let me check it out here. So we'll cover it probably Monday. I don't know. Maybe we'll cover some of it here. So I'll just put it out there. Because I like to put out a couple of questions. Hopefully you guys answer. Maybe you don't. But what do you guys think, after all the talks we had, what do you guys think is causing this, like, such a divide in this sport of boxing? Why? Why does boxing seem to gravitate back to the early days of boxing? And when I say the early days, I'm talking about like the late 1800s and early 1900s. Why does boxing always seem to gravitate back there? Why? And two questions. And why it's so much of a political? It seems like a political pull towards boxing. For boxing to, exonerate those that don't deserve it. Or to put like a status on people that if you don't deserve a status, you just don't deserve a status. Damn, Derek Brady said I place him 9. Damn, you got 8 fighters ahead of him? Wow. He got 8 fighters ahead of Enis. He said about 9. I'm gonna put what I asked you for a number, that 9, okay. I got Enis at like right now, without showing without, having the fights, I probably got him at 4. Like 4 or 5. Because he's a fighter. A lot of these fighters aren't fighters no more. They don't fight. And Derek Brady says money and too many promotion companies and weight classes. Yeah, but why the standard? Why the standard? That's my question to anybody. Why the standard? Why the black and white? Not necessarily color black and white, but why the black and white? Why the separation of race? I have to use race because nobody goes by nation. So I'm just gonna say that. Why the separation of race? Why? Why so much of that now? Why is that so important for boxing? Why do we have to have that in boxing? We don't have it nowhere else, but why we have to have it in boxing? Why is that something that seems like it's necessary? Just in boxing. Why is that necessary for boxing? Why boxing got to have it? Boxing shouldn't have to be the one. It ain't gonna work out nowhere else. If you notice, like I said, when I bring up the thing about when I talk about Stern, right? What was his name? Stern? Is that his name? Stern? I hope I'm saying it right. If it's not, the owner for the L.A. Clippers, whatever his name is, Stern, whatever. Maybe I don't know his name, but anyway, the white guy that was saying some things he shouldn't have said. Now, if you notice, the NBA, even then, they could have done a lot more besides just throwing some shirts down in a pile or wearing the shirts on backwards, the warm-up shirts on inside out or whatever they did. They could have done more than that. It should have been a walkout. It's a lot of money, but hey, they make a lot of money. Hey, we just got to walk out. We can't take this. Is anybody willing to walk out on boxing? Any of these sports, or anybody, it's money. Derek's right about one thing. It's damn sure money. No, I ain't be losing my money. I just bought a new mansion. Okay, so why is something that they made come into existence? Why is that so important? Don't you? To be honest, don't you know once you spend so much money, you don't have to spend any more money? And when I say spend any more money, it's like you can always have all the parts or you can have all the services you want, given to you. Once you bought so much, you're going to end up throwing everything away once you bought so much shit. Once you buy so much shit, you get tired of it. You start looking around your house and start seeing shit that you don't even need. Like, how much is the shit you're using? You can sitting there with 5 televisions in the house. Why you need all them televisions? No, you thought it was convenient at one point, but now you don't even need all that shit. Because now you're turning away from all the shit that you was turned on by at first. And I'll tell you what everybody has. Most modern people have a collection of phones that you don't need. You just end up with a collection. You end up with a collection of phones because those updates, after a while, you can't update it no more. And they'll tell you slow down and dropping phone calls or whatever else. And now, so they want you to upgrade. They may trade, or if you don't trade, because a lot of times you'll do that shit. It costs me more. Y'all charge me $500, but now you want to give me $30 for it. I'll just keep it. Now, so yeah, you got a worthless phone. It's not worthless though, because you can still use it for Wi-Fi. You use it for taking pictures and a lot of other stuff. But now you got a bunch of phones. I got a bunch of phones over here. Probably got like 5 or 6 phones. And if a couple of them didn't break, I would have even more than that. All these different phones and phones company. You got one for the girls, right? You got 2 phones. One for the girls, one for the plug. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm giving the champs a little bit of a break. So to put Enis 4 or 5, yep. You got to put yeah. I don't necessarily have to, but I am. I go ahead and put him ahead of him. But he said he's more than that. Yeah. But he says, well, they need to make these guys fight each other. Then we'll know. Yeah. Everybody say it's tribal. And maybe because got a window popping up for what? Okay, let me go back to it. It's tribal, maybe because it's combat. Okay, it's when you have so many black athletes whooping ass. He said, in the sport, I guess they get tired of. Get tired of seeing that. My opinion. Yeah, Sharp won by unanimous decision. Yeah, but you can't. I'm going to throw this out there one more time again. For the primitive people, you have to understand that you can't get mad at the originators. That's why we are in the trouble that we're in now, because people do not accept you as being the originator. Don't get mad at me because I'm the originator. And so don't get mad at the originator. That's what you're jealous and mad and upset. If you're mad, don't get mad at me, because guess what? Man did not create himself. So, and all that does is detract. It takes away from the lie that you came, that you evolved from something else. Because if you evolved from something else and you have an original that evolved from something else, how could you have anything else other than original if it's evolved? If you evolve from one species to another or one form to another, then everybody would be the same, right? So that means you had to been made. There's no way. In my opinion, how could you there's no other way it would work, because then you would have to do separate ape-type creatures in order for everybody to evolve from, and that wouldn't make sense. Then why would you evolve into like a human-type species? Why would you evolve like that? Why wouldn't somebody evolve into something else other than this? And then why would the other one still be here? It don't add up for me. Regardless of how people say it, just don't add up. Yeah. Derek Bay said exactly, Eagle. He said the NBA players just need to not play and shit will change. That's it. Because everybody loves NBA players, man. You got stars and all the stars. Jay-Z and all them type of people like that. You know what I mean? The high profile people. I don't keep up with none of them. You can't ask me nothing about new rap or nothing like that. Every once in a while I might come across something that I'll listen to, but I don't like it. It's depressing to me. The whole, even the waveforms of the music is kind of, it's just not the same. There's no upbeat to it. There's no transitions. It's just the same. It's nothing. But I fall for some of it. Just like I fall for Mystical. I like that Tarantula. It's just like, it's not even necessarily the lyrics. I don't know. Sometimes I get trapped in that certain wave of music. But I grew up like that. So you grow up like that beat. In native drumming, we call downbeats. So downbeats are like another language within a drum beat that tells you what the song is about to do. And you hear like a downbeat, it's like a hard beat, like boom, boom, boom. That's a downbeat. And it doesn't have to be slow. It could be fast. Boom, 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 boom. It could be all kinds of rhythm. It could be boom, 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 boom. And that lets the dancer know what to do. When I hear a downbeat when I'm dancing, I could either be going down towards the ground, like I'm hunting low, or I could be coming up real high like this. I could be coming up real powerful like this. Like what? It just depends on the song and the whole, the atmosphere. Everybody say I keep a phone until it dies. Yeah, so you have to make me upgrade. Hell yeah, I know the same way I am. I left a company because I had just got the phone upgraded. with this one company. I had just get Verizon or whatever. I had just got the phone updated or whatever, and it's like 4 months or something. It didn't 4 months it didn't transpire, and I took it back. I'm like, what's wrong with my phone, man? The phone ain't working properly. Oh yeah, we can't update this no more. We gonna need to put you on a new program, get you another phone. They try to fast talk me. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, man, F that. I said, I just go to me a whole different. I went to AT&T, and I stayed with AT&T for a second because I got tired of all the crap that they was giving me. So I went and got a. It's like a flip phone. It's like a flip phone, but it wasn't. I went and got that. But I had two. I had another phone too though. But I got that for like an emergency phone. And I don't know, it's the one with the little key. It has like a little keyboard on there. It looks like a regular keyboard, but it's real small. It wasn't a flip phone, but it slid open. I still got it. I had it over here somewhere because I keep it charged. I'm trying to find out how to put it on the internet. If I can't get internet with it, I'm not going to use it for camera. I'm just going to throw it away. It still looks new because I hardly ever used it. I just had got it just like more or less emergency backup phone. I didn't want all the perks. I didn't want no internet. I didn't want all that shit to go with it. But they try to trick you now and say, oh, you can't get phones that don't have plans for phones that don't have internet. Where they're lying. Because I know somebody just got one. And guess what? The next phone I get, that's what it will be. It will only take text, and it will only do phone calls and text. Nothing else. That's all I want. I just want a phone to do, because you have one phone that does nothing. It's just people that you're gonna talk to or either text, and then one phone that you might have to go on the internet and shit for it. But I'm just saying, don't expose yourself to all this different stuff. Yep. Derek Bay say they sit out 10 games and lose a couple millions of dollars. They will listen. That's how you have to do them. Money talk, man. We've been hearing that ever since we were little, man. Money talk, man. If you realize you're gonna lose some money, you're gonna listen. Yep. Get his ass out there and fight. But no one wants to fight Enis. Remember Porter said he has nothing to gain in fighting Enis right now if he isn't a champ. Yeah. But this is why I want one of the champs, or I want somebody to fight Enis. It's just what Derek just said. Because we went past the stage where Keith Thurman was not going to fight Errol Spence until Errol Spence got a belt or something like that. But Errol Spence had been calling Keith out. He never got to fight. And so now Keith's ass don't have a belt. And now he's begging and looking like a bum, trying to get bouts, and he's just trolling and commentating and making predictions and saying what somebody can do here and what somebody can do there. Well, how come your ass didn't win? You didn't beat Manny, and then Ugas come back and beat the brakes off Manny. Stop it. Stop acting like you all that. You must not be all that. Huh? You couldn't get it done, but Ugas coming, he gets it done in a unanimous decision. Unanimous, and then you just get a split decision, and all you doing is sit back trolling this stuff. So you getting what you reap what you sow, so you getting what you deserve in the first place. So that's what you getting. And you just don't like it. Oh, I don't like this. No, you don't like it, but so what? That's what you get, brother. You should have fought the brother. You should have fought. You should have fought Errol Spence. Just like Deontay Wilder and Joshua. That shit would have all been settled. We wouldn't even be talking about Tyson Fury. We wouldn't be talking about Usyk and none of them if the fight would have went down. But certain stuff don't happen for a certain reason. And then you guys lived through that process, but now you're up until this point, and then you don't understand what I say when it comes to Sean Porter and when it comes to other stuff. That you gotta look at more than one side. I don't care who you want to win or who you think's gonna win, but you gotta look at the other sides of stuff. What's gonna change in the boxing world if certain fighters win or lose? What's gonna change if Canelo loses? If Canelo loses this fight, Canelo drops way down. Canelo don't just drop down a little bit. People think, oh, this one loss. No, Canelo drops the hell way down, especially if there's no rematch. And I wouldn't give his ass no rematch because he ain't been rematching nobody. He just rematched Triple G for a minute and still talking. He's still talking about Mayweather. Everybody still want to talk about Mayweather and Canelo. It's too late. Mayweather's in his 40s. Mayweather don't care nothing about no Canelo. He whooped your ass easy. That was it. I didn't need to see another match. If you would have fought, I would have wanted to see another match. But when you were standing in the corner like a little girl, Mayweather's hitting me, and I gave up. I'm like, I don't know who he is. If Mayweather done that to you, somebody else can do it. That means it's in your DNA. That's all I can say. It's in your DNA. Yeah. But Derek Brady said, but that is better than this new rap. Talking about that tarantula. Yeah. There's a difference. I don't know, man. I'm going to try it, Derek. I'm going to do it. I do my poetry and stuff, but I may do a new style on my song. So my song is going to have rap in it. And I'm trying to decide how to do the rap. If I want to do the rap like the old school, the older school type of rap, like a 90s type or 2000, something like that, or if I want to do this new style. This new style, I might do it different ways just so I can see how it works. It's like, nah, I don't like because it's not really I think like the background music or something like that is going to really, it depends on, what the hook is like. It can't kill, it could kill the song. It's like, no, that's not the message I want to put out. So I'm going to probably do it different ways. I don't know who I'm going to finally give it to. Yeah, but I got to get that done soon. And I just have to give it to somebody and let them, put the beat on it to see how I like it. Because I've had a few girls that were supposed to work with me on it, but so far, girls do a lot of talking now. Young girls and older girls. Because I did not discriminate, so I was asking older females to help me out. Good ones, professionals, and younger girls, same thing. A lot of people talk. People talk about it, and everybody's not down for whatever, but they're down for whatever they're doing. Oh, I got to do this right now. I got to do that right now. People do whatever they're going to do. It's like there's no collaborations a lot of times with people. And you even notice that in the industry when you listen to them. How come we never did a collab? Oh, I know we should have. And this, you always hear this should, could. The reason you hear should, could, because everybody's down with they self. Which I really don't care no more. I'm at the point right now where I'll do stuff with people. But what about me? With youngsters is always what about me? Oh, yeah, I'm down with you. Me, Everybody down with this them, man. It's like, community's never grown like that. It's never grown like that. Yeah. So you guys got all the bets in, which is cool. I think. Yasser Hussein didn't want to bet on the women. Okay, so Sharp, that's one down. Everybody's 100% right now. At least the chat room is 100% on that. So Ming comes on a little bit later. So Ming, Derek got Vargas. You guys got Cameron. I said Cameron, but McGee is like the. So I'm at 25% right now. I don't know how far down I can go. I'm at 25%. Enis can put me up to 50. Vargas and Cameron. We'll see how much crow. I'm volunteering to eat crow, like D-Lo said, because I'm kind of picking. I'm picking who I want. Well, I'm just saying I want them to win, but at the same time, I'm knowing that, hey, I want you to win, y'all, sir, but you're going to get your ass whooped. So Ming, nobody picked anything on Ming, so I don't know. Got to see. So Sharp is down, so Ming must be coming up shortly. Oh yeah, so that's a few hours. East Coast, so 6, 7, like 6 or 7. So how far are we off, Derek? Not too far, huh? So we're only looking at like maybe an hour and a half or so before the main fight come. I'm interested in that fight, so I want to see that fight. Yeah, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see what you do, man. The only thing I don't like about Ming is I don't know how many fights he's actually had, like in like within the last few years or something like that. Because he's up there. He's already he's 33. Yeah. But he's only fight 70 rounds. Okay, so this is it. Let me read this out. Fan Long Ming's record currently stands at 16 wins, 0 losses, and 0 draws. He is currently undefeated in a total of 16 contests. Of those 16 wins, he has stopped 10 of his opponents. So his current knockout ratio is 63%. He's boxed a total of 70 rounds, meaning his professional fights last around 4.4 rounds on average. So what was Ming's last fight? Fan Long Ming's last fight took place against Roberto Rubio on the 5th of October 2019. So almost 2 years he's been out. All right, see, yeah, he has been out 2 years. In Delaware, United States, he won by a technical knockout in the second round. That fight was 2 years ago. Exactly what it says. Yep. So his last 5 fights have come over in 4 years and 1 day. That's not too bad considering that. So that's 4. So in other words, he had 4 fights in 2 years, which is good. That's 2 fights a year, and then within the last 2 years, that's why he slowed down. So not too bad. So we're gonna go with him, see what he's doing. Yeah. He's supposed to be fighting Better Bioff coming up. He wants to fight Better Bioff, I guess. Oh, okay. So Ming looking at weaknesses. Okay, but Ming, you got to get to your fighter. You got to get to who you fight. You can't be talking about somebody else's weaknesses. You talking about weaknesses, but you got to. Hey, you got a fight coming up, brother. Get your fight done before you start hollering about weaknesses. I'll see you got a weakness. Okay, we mess around to see your weakness. See your chin left on the ground somewhere. Where's your chin? Yeah, but we're gonna see. He said he about that action though. I like fighters when they talk about they about that action. If you about that action, you see weaknesses and all. I love it. I love for you to see all that, but we want to see it too. Yep. Yeah, that's what happens too. That makes a lot of sense too, though, Derek. That makes a lot of sense. That's what happens though, because Derek's saying that we was talking about the rapping and all that for a second, but Derek said until they fall off. Once they fall off, and then it's like, oh, yeah, we should hook up and do collab. You see how everybody, you right? Cause you see, and that's a good point too though, because what they do, see, they get crazy. When they just making their own money. Yeah, I'm on tour. I'm doing this. Oh, no, son. No, whatever, man. I'm doing this right now, son. Right. And then they realize that they have some singles. They don't even have an album's worth of work or whatever because they dropping nothing but singles. That's like they ain't dropping singles. They ain't even dropping 2. They ain't even dropping 2 pieces. They just dropping like singles and stuff. And they hot for a minute. Maybe they concerting it out. And then within couple of years, all the bridges is burnt. It's like, oh shit. They acting like they haven't came up with anything or they working on. So they always working on something. Yeah, you're always working on something when you got brain freeze and mental lock like that. That's why I do my freestyle poetry because I want to make sure my mind just flows like that. You see, I want to make sure that I keep going. My mind just keeps going, just open to go. But they freeze out, like Derek said. You fall off, and then now you want to do now 5 of you artists want to get together to try to throw it back. Oh, y'all hear this collab? Yeah, we heard the collab. Y'all had to do a collab because y'all done fell completely off. And this just for the record with me. Okay, y'all sir say I got Ming, and Derek say I picked Ming 5 rounds. Okay, everybody got Ming for later on tonight. So good luck to Ming as far as everybody wants Ming to work. Yeah. But I'm gonna put this out there. I know a lot of people hate and get mad, but you can just hate and get mad if you want to. And I'm gonna tell you this like this is. I never liked Eminem. And till this day, I still think his whole game is whack to me. I don't like the way his voice sound. I don't like his flow, his lyrics. I'm sorry. And a lot of people, oh yeah, man, he's a beast and this and that. I don't care. He's a beast that he don't move me. And it's not because of his ethnicity or nothing like that. He just don't. It's just certain rappers I just don't like. I like a lot of the old school rappers. I like some of the old school rappers that other people don't like. I like the KRSs and stuff like that from back then. Before any kinds of exposures and stuff like that. Like the Kumo D's and stuff like that. The Rakims. I like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I like the Yo Gottis. There's certain people I like and there's certain people I just don't like. It's not that, I'm not saying you're garbage, but I just don't particularly like you. Everybody can't like you. There's billions of people on this earth. You think all billion, how many you think out of 8 billion people, 7 billion people, how many billion like you? You might not even have a billion that like you, but you're supposed to be great. But if they're exposed to other things, they might like those other things a lot more than they like you. Because believe it or not, I do this show here, but I have other things that I do. I'm in the spotlight. See, I might not be on the national stage that a lot of people are used to the national stage. Well, you're not on this stage. No, I'm not on that stage, but I'm still on another stage. I'm on a whole different, my circuit is different. I'm on a whole different stage. People recognize me more than they recognize a lot of people from television. But it's a whole different stage. I'm on a different stage, even though I'm here, but I'm on a different stage when I do my native stuff. That's a whole different stage. I got different fans. I got fans that other people won't have. You see? And I'm not putting anything in my back. I'm not like doing this like, oh yeah, you big up in your... No, I'm not even close to that. Because you might have that. It was just a point that I was trying to make. It's just a point. That's all. And it's just some people I just don't... I'm like, I don't like your style. I just don't like you. Simple as that. Everybody can't like you. But there are certain things I do like. Like I like Ice Cube. A lot of people might not like Ice Cube. Ice-T is okay. I don't like Ice-T as much, but I like Ice Cube because he seems like he keep it like on the real level or whatever. I like Wu-Tang. I mean, I don't love everybody on Wu-Tang as much. I like Redman. I like Met. Yeah, I like Met. I like that Iron Lung. Ghostface. I liked ODB. I mean, I can go way back. You know what I mean? I like some of the stuff. Like I like the early '90s and shit. Like I like the shit. I even like the Stetson Sonic, and there's certain stuff I like. I like people that didn't rap. I like Kano. They didn't rap, but they had the beat though. Doom 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 doom. Yeah, there's certain stuff. I just like certain stuff because that kind of stuff get me amped up. It get me amped up. It get my energy up. And I think that's one thing that's missing. If I don't do my native music, that's one thing that's missing for me is a lot of music and stuff because a lot of the shit I turn off quick. I hear this stuff. Just the whole sound. It's like, man, what is that? That's not live music. That sound like the instrumentation came from something that you just programmed into a computer. I don't like it. It's just like, it's weird. It's weird. There's no soul. You can feel that there's no soul behind it. There's no person. Like you guys hear me every once in a while. I come in and I play around. Y'all say, oh, Eagle, you're not playing the whole song. I come in here and play my flute or something like that. But that's me behind the flute. That's not like some shit behind the flute, like a machine behind the flute where you just don't feel it. It's like, oh, that's a bot. You know, everything feel botish. You're like, it feels like I don't like it. Yeah. But we're going to get into this boxing this weekend and today. So far, we're 100%. No crow so far. For the chat, but we're gonna see how this works out, man. We'll see if anybody get crow. Okay, so we got the Ming Dynasty against Doofus. We got that so far. Most people establish that. You got Cameron versus McKee. Most of us going with Cameron. We got Zapata versus Vargas. Most of us going with Vargas, and of course the majority, everybody's going with Enis. And the Enis status, I'm gonna put Enis at number 4 right now, right behind the champs. He can replace any of them, to be honest. If he's about that action, if he's really gonna get that done. Abreu, I don't know if nobody said that they was gonna bet on that. Kalak Mek versus Abreu. We'll see if any of y'all got anything on that. Okay, and also underneath the same card with the Cameron and McKee, we got Richards and we got Matija. We got Matija versus Richards, and we got Bobbitt versus Molina. And I think most people still gonna go with Molina at heavyweight. I don't know why. Probably because he's fighting Bobbitt. And if you're going to fight Alan Bobbitt, even though he's, not necessarily the heaviest puncher, but he got all KOs. They're all stoppages, all TKOs or KOs. So, I don't know. We're going to see what this guy can bring. Kind of short and stocky. Kind of reminds you of a Kalnaki. But we're going to see what he does. I think y'all going to go with Molina. Because nobody said anything, but you guys might be going with them. Okay, the Vargas, we got all that. And the James, the welterweight, James versus Batayev. And we'll see how that goes. Yeah. And then we'll talk about some other fights. But right now, the star fighter is going to be Enis for us for the, today. But anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. Okay, so we do got one. So there got Kalak Mek, okay, by unanimous decision. Okay, I remember that one for Monday when I serve up that crow. Shout out to you out there. So shout out to all the real people that I see. Shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what this is. This is Friday, man. We're going into the weekend, man. I may come back on Sunday, so y'all look for me. I don't 100% know, but I may come back Sunday. Just do a little short something on Sunday, early in the daytime, something like that. Since y'all killed my Wednesday. Okay. Okay, he got Bobbitt too. Yeah, a little thick little dude, man. He a thick little dude though, so he probably get it done. But y'all know what it is, man. On this day of boxing in Eagles Wear, man. Like I say every time, brother. I tell y'all the same thing, man. Nothing but blessings. That's right. Yeah. I'm gonna catch y'all, man.